What's up, nerds? This is crazy, guys. Thank you so much for coming to the Nerd HQ this weekend. I hope you're having a great time. This is one of our favorite panels of the week coming up. Huge fans of Gears of War 3. Great partnership with the Nerd Machine and Xbox. Let's give it up for Xbox for putting a lot of this together, guys. They're really solid people. We love them. Please support that company. And I'm very excited about playing this game. I've been playing it for 3 days now. Whenever I need to get away and just go, I could really just shoot something or chainsaw someone in half. It's an awesome feeling. So let's get right to it. We're going to talk. A couple rules. During the game, we're going to do some gameplay for you. No photographs during that time, okay? No photographs during the gameplay. No video recording at all. If we see your phone up, like you're taking video, we will have to take your phone at the time. Okay, guys? I don't want to do that, but this is all proprietary for now. It hasn't been released. You're seeing something that's completely exclusive. So we need to be I know you guys all respect that because you respect the game. And let's do that for Xbox, okay, and for Epic. All right, guys, let's get started. I'll get off the stage, which everybody wants. First, we're going to go with the voice of Dominic Santiago, Carlos Ferro. Welcome. Right here is great. Right here? Yeah. Right here. Sit here, right here.
What's up, bitches? So, bitches.
Nice. Hey, it's a family show, guys. Family show. Oh, wait, it's Xbox. It's mature. It's cool. It's all good.
The power of the Dom beard. What do you think? It's good.
Next, we have Cinematics Director Greg Mitchell.
The artiste in the house.
Hey, everybody.
Next
how's it
up.
going?
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I'm talking over you. No, I just
No,
wanna
it's
say,
okay.
Hey.
Everyone
no, man,
wants you to
do what
talk.
he tells you, man. He's like, sit down
Okay.
right there.
Okay.
In that seat.
I'm fine.
Next, executive producer, Epic Games, Rod Ferguson.
Yeah.
Give it up. So yeah, we don't do cue cards anymore. We just use
He's
phones.
gonna tell
There's
you
no,
where to
no
sit
paper.
down.
No paper.
I made the deer in headlights face at the camera. I was like, oh, what? So that's going to be an awesome picture. Oh, okay, good. Good. Hey, everybody.
Guys, coming up, design director, Epic Games, Cliff Blazinski.
Yeah.
He's gonna high five everybody. It's good.
Right here? He's telling us where to sit down.
No, I want everybody to be near the screens. I don't know. Right there. That's great.
Hey guys, what's up?
And guys, we got one more guest for you. Special guest, Gears superfan, and one of the stars of my favorite show on television, Archer, Aisha Tyler.
All the way down.
And that makes it my favorite Gears panel ever.
Yes, exactly.
All right, guys, I'm gonna get off and let's do it.
This is intimate. This is nice.
That's
Very
the whole.
intimate.
Yeah.
It's like Def Jam poetry.
That's why it's a conversation and not a panel.
It's an exchange, a heated exchange.
It's gonna get heated.
For angry men.
I just have to say,
And one
I'm
very angry negress.
this
Live. I'm just gonna say live streaming.
Awesome.
Live streaming.
My friend the Negress?
It sounds like a character name.
Totally. Got to write that in the game.
Next fight.
Well, it is now.
Fight!
But that Tekken, man, that's gonna be the Tekken.
Attack of the
Angry negress for the win. Ha!
Versus Caucasian man.
Caucasian man will not win. Your kung fu no good.
How's it going, guys? So last night, Zach had a raging party here last night. Are you guys able to actually
Anybody
be
here
here?
at that party?
They're like, we weren't invited to that
Yeah,
party.
they're like, screw that.
It was great though because I work with a lot of these guys here and we actually never get to hang around and have a couple drinks and then the confession starts coming out where it's like, dude, I gotta be honest, scene 46, it made me misty. It was fucking beautiful. Like, great job with it.
I was like, yeah, that was the whoopee cushion scene. Barrett's a real prankster out
Are there
there.
going to be like intergalactic farts in this game? What's happening?
Secret tricky. No one's supposed to know that.
Farts like monkeys are always funny.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so true.
I'm still stuck on be like, Marcus, the Negress. I'm like, I'm working it out. I'm working it out.
We're pitching for the DLC.
I've already written it down. We're done. I've already got it. It's already done. Started.
Exclusive, you
It's
guys.
already started.
We filed for the legal trademark on that.
Yeah, exactly. It's done. I've been
Just
texting.
instead of bullets, Negress.
Exactly.
Dumb, what the fuck?
So how do you guys want to do this?
Well, I think what we should. One of the things we wanted to show because it's wanted to share with people who are nice enough to donate to Operation Smile. So thank you all very much for doing that. Today.
Operation Smile, let's hear it.
Thank you.
So a couple things we wanted to do is beyond just awkwardly chat was to show you some gameplay and some footage of some stuff, highlight some of Greg's work in the game. But that I guess they're going to be on me the entire time during the stream, so I apologize to you at home that are going to be watching me while they're watching all the cool stuff, but that's why you should be here and not there.
That's right, he said it.
So, but one of the things people have been talking to us a lot about is like, how do you catch people up? Because not everybody who's played Gears 1 who hasn't played Gears 1 in this room?
Who came here in a time machine?
You in the back, get out.
Wait a minute.
I love it, the Nerd HQ girl.
I know. She's like,
What
And then
is
they
Gears
turned
of
on
what?
her.
yeah,
and
what
ate
game is
her.
this? So maybe it's not as impactful for you guys. Yeah, exactly. So we wanted to catch people up because we really feel like we feel like Gears 3 is the best Gears game that we've ever made, and we also not just from a quality of gameplay perspective, but also it's most accessible. It's the easiest to get into. We built the most features around getting new players into it. So if you've never played, so I guess they've all played. So I'm going to talk to you now. So if you've never played, this is the time to come and play Gears. Jump in on 3. But they're always worried about, hey, okay, the gameplay is much easier, but I'm behind on the story. So we decided to do, against Greg's better wishes of actually calling it previously on Gears of War.
Oh yeah, there was a big discussion
I was
about
fighting
that.
for that. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, we tried to get Kiefer to do the voice, but he just wouldn't do
Could
it.
have just called it Some Shit Happened.
So what we thought. So anyway, we actually did create a cinematic. A lot of it has Greg was the man for, and we thought we'd show it to you so you get a sense of this is the way that when you start up the game. You can go in, it's our track mode, so if you ever hang out at the start screen, this will start up. But when you go to pick campaign, there'll be a choice called Previously in Gears, and this will catch you up, hopefully up to the beginning of 3. So we're going to, Chris, where's our Hammer of Win, if you're, that's the man, the myth, the legend. Who was getting all the ladies last night at the Playboy party? That was awesome.
And he's practiced playing this cutscene many times.
And I... By the way, I do have your wife's email, and it's going to cost you. Anyway.
By the way, don't skip it.
Don't skip the
skip it.
cinematic. So as long as the volume's up really loud, and so
Really
press
loud.
your one button, Chris.
Turn up.
Here we go.
Louder.
So this is how it ends. Today, the coalition of ordered governments ceased to exist. Chairman
Sploosh.
There you go.
God damn.
Hope y'all enjoyed that.
God damn.
I've actually got two little stories about that scene.
Okay.
Well, first one, if you notice in the sound design is so good that as Anya's walking by and you happen to see her butt there, you can actually hear the leather squeak. You know?
That's the kind of attention to detail Greg has.
I actually turned to Rod and said, well, we're off to a good start.
Well, the Rod put on leather pants, and the Foley guy
Yes.
had to follow him
That's
around with
true.
the
Yeah, that's
microphone.
true.
So that's Rod's
Yeah.
butt cheeks you're hearing.
Yeah.
The other thing was the shot of the guys running away from the polyps. I'm sure this is gonna make the internet at some point, but the behind the scenes video on our mocap stage of that was at the time we weren't sure if we're doing polyps or doing some type of a shadow on the ground. So I had these guys all kind of sitting there doing something, and then they're reacting to something in the background that ahead of them they're scared of. So one of the guys got a shot of me. I actually am right there off the side going. Doing this goofy thing, and like somebody said, we're going to turn it into a GIF and put it online somewhere. So that might show up at some time in the future. So
Love if you become a meme.
yeah, oh, wonderful.
I keep forgetting that Carlos hasn't seen any of this, so it's like watching it in his face. I'm like watching his reaction.
Yeah, I was like a little embarrassed there for a second. Watching the Dom tattoo, I'm just getting all choked up. I'll be back.
Gotta go.
It's funny because when you look at when we did the American Chopper, I don't know if you guys had a chance to see the bike that Paul Jr. had unveiled outside the Hard Rock the other night, which when that rolled up, I felt like I was in augmented reality, and it was like this CG thing in front of me. It was just absolutely surreal. And the way when we worked with them is we met with them, and we talked about the armor, and we didn't know if they'd take everything seriously. They would just vanish for a few months. And so for Carlos to do all of his great VO work in LA when he comes in, and he knows the scripts, he knows what happens, he knows how the story goes. He hasn't seen the dailies, the cutscenes, so when he finally gets to fire up the game and play it, it's like brand new for him and gets to see everything in context. It's got to be pretty rewarding.
Yeah, it's insane. It's an insane experience. I mean, funny that at Comic-Con, I mean, really the beard, no joke, I grew it for Comic-Con. And I've had
So nice.
Meta.
and dedication,
Pretty.
folks, dedication. It's right here. Thanks. I love getting applause for growing a beard. But
Not everybody can.
not every can. Yeah, it's true.
Chris.
But I was in the Xbox booth, and somebody who I guess, speaking of augmented reality, came up to me, and I don't know, I think the beard kind of threw her, because the question she asked me, the first question out of the gate, she said, like really sincerely, which I mean really is a testament to the franchise. She said, "Excuse me, did you grow the beard because of Maria?"
Nice.
And I'm like, what? I was like, oh no, no, okay. I thought she was talking about something else. I was like, who's Maria? What?
I did drink a lot last night.
Exactly. Is that your roommate? What?
The thing you don't realize is this is 4 hours of growth on Carlos's face.
Yeah, exactly.
I saw him earlier in the morning getting coffee, and it was completely shaven.
Yeah. This morning, you should grow it. Oh my God.
Can we take a question? Does somebody got a question for?
Yeah, do we have a
me?
setup for that?
Well, we're small enough. Just yell it.
My original question was going to be, how are you
It's
going
a 3-part question.
Yeah.
It was originally...
The first 2 parts are multiple choice. The third part's essay.
It's got a PowerPoint presentation, and we go to the board.
Yeah, exactly.
My
As long
orig-
as I want custom animations and transitions. Anyway, sorry.
My original question actually got answered by the video. It was going to be, there's so much story that takes place between 2 and 3 that gets addressed in the books. How are you guys going to address that at the beginning of third for those who didn't read it?
So,
Segue.
brand new book, actually first time in hardcover. Is The Coalition's End by Karen Travis. So Karen Travis was the author who wrote the game, and she also has written all of our novels, and she's now taking over the comic book duties as well. And so books 2, 3, and this is book 4, comes out August 2nd. Actually, I think it's available here at the show, too, if you go by the Simon & Schuster booth. Anyway, so it's out, and this fills the gap. 2, 3, and 4 literally book 2 begins with them fishing people out of the water from the Jacinto sinking, and then book 4 ends going right into Gears 3. So it fills that time period perfectly. So if you want to know what's going on before you play, please read the books. And of course, Karen's amazing. So.
Yeah, I mean, one of the goals also with it, especially having that cutscene, is to make it so that if this is the first time you've heard of this franchise, if you obviously are Gears fans here and you have a friend who hasn't played it, Yeah, of course, play the previous games, check out the books. But if you don't have a chance to, and you pick up Gears 3, that was the purpose of that cutscene. When you look at games and you look at the history of games, sometimes I didn't play Grand Theft Auto until the third one. I didn't play Burnout until the third one. And sometimes the third time's the charm. So, have your friends hop in and then maybe go back and have them play 1 and 2 and read the books, too.
Although I think this is a franchise. I didn't play Fallout till 3, and then I tried to go back and play 1 and 2, and I was like, but this is a franchise for which the first 2 games were so insanely amazing that you're not going to be disappointed if you start with 3 and then go back and play the first 2 games. I mean, this is a really beautiful game, but the first 2 were so muscular and so awesome to play. Like,
Muscular?
Yeah, my head is
Muscular.
up in all of your
Muscular.
asses collectively right now. But yeah, it's worth it. It's worth going back. Yeah, it's muscular, turgid.
It's
Firm. I'll just make
Mike,
this
I,
show all night
I
long.
really
I
need to
swear
set
to
a
God.
list for Aisha's words today.
Gears 3 times muscular.
Pulsing, throbbing.
The turgidity.
Pulsing
Exactly.
is throbbing, erect. I'm like,
Higher
Brackish.
turgidity.
brackish.
Yeah, sure. I'll let the mic.
The Heart of the Gears shirt. I love that one. That was from Comic-Con last year. Sorry, that one.
Hi guys. First of all, Aisha, my wife and I loved you on Friends.
Oh, thank you.
You're
That's
hilarious.
super nice. Thank you very much.
Tyler, Cliff, yesterday you said, someone asked you about the movie, and you said if it can't be done right, I'd rather not be done at all, which I respect because I think what sold people to the Gears game was the voiceover and the art. And that leads to my next question. Why not just a CGI movie? Because if we had a live action, it just wouldn't feel right with the original voiceover.
I think that's a great idea. I would say that's the best idea I've heard all weekend.
Well, I mean, it's like watching, I don't know. It's just like watching a Star Wars movie, and you have Darth Vader and those guys, and it's not their voice. It's like these guys, that's the memory we have over the next years. They're the guys we're quoting. And the art.
Nice of you to get your brother in the panel, by the way.
That's awesome. Thanks for showing up, buddy.
Yeah, so the voiceover and the art, I mean, that's in the gameplay, but you can't do the gameplay in a movie. But those 2 factors, that's what Gears of War is.
I completely agree. It's the heart and the soul of these voices of DiMaggio's growl, of Carlos's heart, of Lester's enthusiasm, and it's all of that
Baird's
together.
the Tin Man.
Exactly.
Fred's Fred's sarcasm.
Fred just needs a little oil on him. Ding, ding, ding. It really is kind of like that now that I think about it. The movie is one of those things that's a very sensitive subject, particularly for us, because this is the franchise that we work so hard on, and it's our baby, and then luckily you guys love our baby. But Hollywood, I don't want to know what the actual number was, but they said something along the lines of if every person who bought Gears bought 3 tickets to the movie still would not make money because it's $6, $8, $10 a ticket. And if you're making it for $60 to $100 million plus marketing budget, you need to have 20 times that many people go see it. You need to get your average fan, get his wife, get some friends. I mean, you need to get the whole crew to go see it. And in Hollywood, they have this thing they refer to as a 4-quadrant picture, where it hits all the way across the different demographics in order to kind of hit, your miscongenialities or your Transformers, which has a little bit of love, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And when you start getting into the studio system and you start getting multiple producers involved and multiple cooks in the kitchen, things quickly wind up with a sense of analysis paralysis where it's like a Ouija board that doesn't go anywhere. So that said, at the end of the day, so maybe a CG film, maybe something along the lines of a District 9, whereas we can kind of reduce the amount of people working on it and do something that's a little bit tighter focused, maybe something that's a little bit smaller. But as of right now, honestly, we're just really busy making video games.
But just remember, Cliff, people love animated films.
They would say people love Dom.
They love them. The
Can
numbers.
Can I also say that Cliff and I talked about this for my new podcast, which launched on Tuesday. It's called Girl on Guy with Aisha Tyler.
Very good plug.
Yeah,
I'm so glad you
girlonguy.net.
plugged that, Aisha.
Yeah, right? I'm slick. I'm very smooth, subtle.
No one noticed that at all.
So we had that, and he's my inaugural interview, and we talked a lot about this. Obviously, I live in this world all the time, and one of the big things with making a movie, you want to make this movie big and beautiful. You don't want to undercut what's extraordinary about the game. And in Hollywood, again, with this 4-quadrant thing, they want to make a movie that teenage boys can go to, because that's who they think are their target, but that's a PG movie. This is a fucking R-rated game. Did I curse out loud? Did I say it again? This is a fucking R-rated game. That's what makes it a great game. You don't want to go see Dom and Marcus and everybody go, oh, fudge, man. Here come the lambent. You know what I mean? You don't want that. So if you can't make it true to the game.
That was your Marcus, really? That was
That
your
was
best
my
Marcus?
I'm not an impressionist. That was an old Southern lady.
Gosh darn it!
Exactly, you know? So if you can't
All these
make it...
frickin' lambents.
You can't make it true to the what's strong and amazing about this game, and I know what dazzled me as a player when they were saying the things that people would really say in these kinds of combat situations. There's no point. There's no reason to do it.
And if we were to have, hypothetically, if the film was far enough along and we were to show up here at Comic-Con and hey, here's the first peek at it, and they come up with the chainsaw and you don't see Marcus chainsaw Locust in half and the blood goes flying, and the camera pans away, everybody in the crowd would collectively come up to the front of the panel and tear us to shreds. So that's something else
And
you
then
have to keep in mind.
devour your entrails.
And there's the numbers that say if you're going to do a rated R movie, you have to keep it within a certain budget. I mean, unfortunately, like games, it's still a business. So fingers crossed, some of the development hell will eventually kind of clear like a fog. But just keep your eyes peeled.
But I want to personally thank you for that question.
You do it in house. No, maybe not. No.
Ladies and gentlemen, Roger Farrow.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I'm reading, sorry. Okay. Is there any chance of adding closed captioning support for similar to what Valve does for more detailed sound description in either Gears 3 or any future games in the franchise?
It's something not for Gears 3, but it's something we can definitely look, moving forward. It's our subtitling system is based on right now. It's just based on voiceover lines, and it's actually reasonably complicated. So putting that in our sound files as well for sound effects and stuff is something we could potentially do. But
Like if there's like a rustling off screen, it kind of says
it
that.
says rustling.
Oh yeah, I hadn't thought about it. That's a good idea.
It just doesn't support it right now. It's just new code we'd have to write. But that's not something we could definitely look forward in the future. Sure.
You guys can choose.
Sorry, is there? I want to come on this side. We have people, Mr. Enthusiastic breaking his elbow to try to get his hand raised. I like this too. We gotta go back and forth to get them going crazy with the mic. It's gonna be awesome.
Mike flying in.
Yep, here we go. Mike's coming in, and you're on.
All right. This is just, I don't know if you guys are gonna do it. Probably not. I just wanted to know. Would you ever think about bringing Raven down to this game? I know it's a small map, but that's
wait. I want Cliff to share his opinion of Raven Down. How much he loves Raven Down. How much he was so happy when we created that map.
Raven Down's like the son you have who turns into a total like mess, but you can't help but love him anyway. It's one of those things that with the shotgun rolling gameplay that half of the Gears fans love. That's like the kind of the pinnacle of the map. And for me, it was a key moment of, I always felt like I had my finger on the pulse of what Gears fans loved. And then when that map came out and people loved it, because I tried to veto it with Jim when Jim made it.
That's why I'm joking with Cliff. Cliff hated Raven Down. Like, he just loathed it. Like, it was everything he hated about maps. He was just like, this is too small, and you can't get away, And he was like, I hate it. No one's going to like this map. And then he goes out, and everybody goes, we love this map. And Cliff's like, shit.
So there.
It feels to me like it's like an Unreal Tournament when we labored over all these amazing arenas that were intricate deathmatch maps, and then you go online and the maps that people will be playing will be giant fucking bathrooms, and you're like, what the hell, right? So
Love
hey,
those maps.
I'm happy to admit when I'm wrong. I mean, maybe it'll come back in the future, maybe in a alleged DLC, who knows? But I've learned to come to grips with the fact that I personally don't like the map. But hey, you don't want to play that shit, you can play it.
Nice. Well. Am I really going to be throwing the mic people off if I'm trying to pick side to side? There, right in the front. Yeah, go ahead. I can repeat the question for the stream at home.
All future questions should be in song.
Yeah.
My question is, by the way, I'm a big fan of Archer.
Thank you very much.
Who can't be a big fan of Archer, by the way? And another plug.
Good for Archer.
Lana Kane, with her ginormous man hands, but it's... By the way, why aren't you wearing the sweater dress with a big belt? That'd be awesome for a Comic-Con.
Because there's going to be only one meta piece of talent up here with the morning beard on.
That's all Rod talks about, Aisha's that sweater.
Really, that sweater? You know how sad that is to walk around on the floor of the con dressed as yourself?
Yeah, okay, time for me to go.
like if you were to grow a beard, like your old character in the game.
Imagine how fucking pathetic that would be, growing a beard. Oops.
Plus, I would prefer to see a lot of really tall white guys with guts dressed as Lana. That's what I like to see.
Nice.
That's what gives me nice dreams at night. You know what I mean?
Go.
So yeah.
See what you started? Anyway, go ahead.
Sorry.
It's okay. Okay, so my question is, I just want to know, because I'm a real big fan of the map Jacinto, the multiplayer map. I just want to know, is it going to make a comeback in Gears 3?
Oh, we're going to go through all of them now. So
Every single one.
every single. Maybe we can cut some of the questions to the short.
Have you
on this.
changed Avalanche at all? Or is
Yeah,
there-
exactly. Exactly. My favorite was Pavilion because online everybody be yelling at us to pick Pavilon, and we're like, Pavilon? What the hell? We're like, what the hell's a Pavilon? And oh, they mean Pavilion. Oh, I'm sorry.
That was the
It's
same
like-
group
it's
that
like-
called Canals Canals.
Canals. Yeah. It's like
Is that like
Canals
I'm
and
a big
Pavilon.
fan of Canal.
Is that like an exercise like Kegels?
There's a dirty joke in there somewhere. I don't know.
What do you mean somewhere? It's like right there. So
Gears of War.
Yes, there are basically, when we look at all the maps, we did the flashback map pack way back for Gears 2, and we definitely been looking at things that we can do moving forward with that kind of stuff. But it's hard. I mean, we have such a large body of work now. Of I think we had over 20-something maps in for Gears 2, plus all the Gears 1 maps and everything else. So we're definitely looking at all. No map is not being looked at. I mean, in terms of possibility of moving stuff forward. But what we look at is things like what are the most popular maps. I mean. What would you say? What do you think is the most popular map in Gears of War 2 right now?
Yeah, shout them out.
Right. Only because they already pay attention to other stuff. It is Blood Drive. So Blood Drive, and that's part of the reason for that actually is because Horde is like the #1 way to play online, and so Blood Drive is a great Horde map because you just hold up in the grenade rooms and stuff. So, but yeah, so there's a chance that older maps will make a comeback. Man, there with the.
This question is about MP. The crew that I hang out with, we do a lot of LAN parties. And after about Title Update 3, it stopped coming over onto the LAN side, and it was hosted by the Xbox Live servers. So I'm wondering if, the beta was badass. Shit worked.
Right.
It did.
That was actually the subtitle for the beta.
I know. I was gonna say. I actually got that put on the box. By the way, shit works.
That's totally.
Yeah.
That's like a
Shit
rousing
works.
endorsement.
That's
Shit
right,
was
right on.
functional.
Yeah.
Yes,
So I'm
right.
I'm wondering if any tweaks or anything is that going to come on the is that going to be available on the LAN side? So when we hook up with System Link and everything else, it'll work. It'll be the same product.
Well, no. The problem is that sorry, it's a technical question. Sorry.
Specific?
Yeah, it's a very specific question. Basically, what happens is we have a server now, what we call the LSP server, that sets all sort of the configurations, and it sets like whenever we do an event, like right now, people at home should be playing Horde with all our mixed up weapons and stuff, and that's done by connecting to a server, and you get a new configuration file. That is what controls it. So we have a central server that controls all that. When you go onto System Link and you do not connect to that, you lose anything that we've changed through that, and so that's why it kind of. In Gears 2, we made some fundamental changes, and that's why you felt it more. My hope is that for 3, what you're potentially missing out are just events and that kind of stuff. So, but no, unfortunately, when you go System Link on a LAN-only environment, you don't ping the server, so you don't get whatever we've changed up there.
You're not going to start a PowerPoint presentation right now.
Yeah, but actually, one of the things we're looking at, just real quick, is that before we always had to go up. I think now we actually store locally. So if you do connect and then disconnect, it may still keep it. So, I would take Anya in the back with the purple hair. Wait, we'll stand up, show everybody. You put a lot of work into that. That looks
Easy,
amazing.
Rod, easy.
Nice. We have to take a picture of you at the end of the day.
I was wondering what players are going to be what characters are going to be playable. I know Anya and Sam, but I was wondering if Bernie was going to be playable.
I believe we confirmed Bernie last year, right?
We did.
We did, yes. Bernie's there. She's in the
And
campaign.
she's
too.
happy. That's good.
And she has the cat boots.
What?
Adorable.
Right here in the middle. Just had a quick question about the first Gears. You had the gamer picture unlocked for. It was about the first Gears, and I was wondering about the gamer picture unlock. Are you guys going to do something like that again? Maybe if you have all of the achievements from like the first 2, or like maybe all the achievements for the third one, are you going to have like a special gamer picture? Because ever since I got that one, I've just kept it throughout the whole time because it's really cool.
We're doing most of that with weapon skins now, so a lot of the stuff. So we're going to be over the next between now and release. We're going to be sort of letting them come out about what the different sort of prestige things that you can get, and so you'll be able to unlock different skins based on what you did in Gears 1 and Gears 2. So it's a good segue to the next piece of gameplay footage because I know.
Anya.
Oh.
Right. Yeah, I clearly am not a professional athlete.
The guy's like, I'm Anya. Thank you very much.
Yeah. She does not throw like a negress.
I did know, I know. But I cut you like one.
Throws like a girl.
All
Throws like a girl.
stereotypes aside.
I don't gotta have a throwing arm, just stab a dude. It got so ethnic in here. It was really exciting. Okay.
So one of the things I want to show you a little bit more gameplay. So again, these are for your only the people here. You should have been here. We're going to show you part of the gameplay we haven't shown pretty much anywhere else, and that's we've been talking about in Act 1. You actually in Gears 3 you get to play as Cole and Baird squad, and we wanted to talk about we never really had a way to do that before, and so we've done this sort of rewind time and start again. And so when you saw the demo at E3 where they're jump off the ship, time actually rewinds and you get to start flying to Hanover as Cole and Baird, and you're basically going to Cole's hometown and getting to visit that place. And so this is a piece of gameplay. We're going to get Chris to drive, do more than just press one button. But basically, yeah, this is Cole coming home. So it's a little bit atmospheric at the beginning. The gameplay kind of comes up at the end. So be patient, but it'll give you a little bit of sense. You get to see Sam, you get to see Clayton Carmine, and Baird and Cole.
And this hasn't been shown, and please no video.
Yes, seriously. And you guys are stuck looking at
Aisha
me
will
the
cut
entire
you.
time.
I will cut you.
Hey, Carmine, you all right? You're awfully quiet.
Someone's gotta be, with Bear yapping all the time.
Oh, I could gag him if you like. Be my treat.
Remind me why we thought Hanover was a good place to look for supplies? Maybe you gotta trust the coal train to find the goods. This is my turn. Cougar's territory. Yeah, 'cause that's gonna count for a lot right now. Okay, 7-0, we'll call you back if we find something. Roger that. Good hunting.
It's a very casual wave.
So this is home, eh, Cole?
I see. Has it changed much since you've been away? Hey, the whole damn world looks like this. Let's move out.
So we wanted to use, if you pause for a sec, Chris, or keep playing and I'll just talk.
Whoa, take a look over there.
We don't normally talk through demos, but I wanted to get some content across, especially for people at home. So this is Hanover, where Cole came from. This is where the Hanover Cougars are. And we wanted to use this to establish the infection in the world, the idea that the Lambent were taking it over, and you have the stalks that have come and consumed buildings, and that even the stranded are being attacked, essentially, and that you're essentially losing the planet to this infection. And so we wanted to use this as a set piece for that. So that's why a lot of walk and talk and a little bit just sort of take in the fact that the planet is self-destructing. Go back full volume again.
You know what stocks mean? Polyps.
We haven't seen polyps for months. Relax. Oh, Bear, look. That house over there. I can see us, you and me. Couple of kids, a dog.
Yeah. Great big bottle of suicide pills.
Well, that'll save me poisoning your dinner.
Yeah, you'll miss me one day.
Only if somebody bumps my elbow.
Ha, ha, ha.
Hey, you down there! Step into the light and do it slow! Try anything double will blow your heads off!
Everybody chill. Relax, my man. Safety's on.
Hey, it's the car coming to civilize us. Ah, whoopee!
We're all in the same boat. We just want to trade for some food.
Well, we ain't got any spare food. And if we did, we wouldn't be trading it with you cog assholes. Ooh. I'll give you a side of bacon for her, though.
Oh, bacon. Hey, take the deal, Cole. I haven't had bacon in 6 months. Thanks, but no thanks. Any other camps around?
Some. You can try the warehouse down at the pier. Or the stadium. Of course, you gotta get past all the glowies first, but you hairy-assed heroes can breeze through all that shit.
kind of antisocial, aren't they?
It's pronounced assholes. Come on, we still got options. There's even an old grocery store around here. Let's see if my coupons are still good. Damn shame we ain't got Jack to rip that gate. Listen, old guy. Hey, he isn't scrapped yet, okay? Just looking for a power supply for him. He'll be better than new before you know it. Let's just open this the Delta way. Hey, Bird, why don't you hop on and I'll give you a push? Yeah, you know what? No thanks. Whatever the hell that is, that's a new world record in ugly.
So what you saw, he shot the pod. So in the stocks to the Lambent now, much like the E-holes back in Gears 1, you can actually shoot the pods and stop them from coming out. So if you want to limit the battle a little bit, you can actually stop them from where they can spawn. So these are the different Lambent. So these Lambent, they go through different stages. You never know whether they're just going to explode or whether they're actually going to mutate into something much worse. And if you can clear this playground real quick, we'll let... no pressure, Chris. But I know you're used to finishing quickly, so... No, it's
In playgrounds.
Wait, no, go back. Yeah, that's just creepy. That was just creepy. Go to show them. So I'll show you the first Easter egg in the game. I'll show
Oh,
you
you're
the first
gonna show
Easter egg. Show it. Show it.
This
Yeah,
is great.
Cool. There you go. So Cole goes up, gets the slide, and volume up, volume up. Don't ignore me. Volume up.
Yes! Love it, love it, love it. I love that you guys are applauding because I'm really campaigning for a Marcus and Dom teeter-totter.
Nice.
Oh, that was hilarious.
No. You have to achieve more than that.
It's part of what we were talking about with Easter eggs and the fact that the more of those we can pack in, those more little moments you'll post on message boards or it'll be a story on Kotaku and just keep people talking about all the things we've buried and has the most Easter eggs of any Epic game we've ever done.
So one of the really cool things about doing this conversation is working with Nerd HQ is that they have really cool stuff to give away. So why don't we do one of those right now? So they have an actual Xbox, not a Gears of War Xbox, because those are still kind of coming, but they have an actual Xbox. Yeah, that sucks to get an Xbox for free. That would be terrible. Look at me. I'm a famous actor. I have all kinds of shit at home.
It's true, though. It's true. It's true.
I just want a Gears of War 3 Xbox, that's all.
So we're going to do a first one with trivia. So I guess we'll have to find someone. So the question is, before Gears of War became Gears of War, there was a code name for it at Epic Games. What was the...
Put your hand down, you apple polisher.
What was the code name for Gears of War at Epic Games? Oh, wait. Okay, yeah, so... Nope, that would have been my other question, but no, I'm wrong. That was... Geist is the original name of the Locust before Nintendo put out the Geist game and we had to change it.
Which nobody remembers that game anymore.
Yeah, exactly. So... Sucks to be that word. So, nope, seriously, okay. Phoenix, no, that would be Marcus. All right, in the back, in the dark, yes. Rift? No, actually, Rift is the code name for Gears of War 3, not Gears of War. So, nice bit of
who is that
research there.
mysterious
I
person?
don't know.
I can't see
You
him.
get honorable.
Exactly.
You get an honorable mention.
Honorable mentions.
You know what that is?
Yeah.
A girl on guy T-shirt.
Oh, there we
What
go.
size? Large? We can give you a large.
Really, Any more? Okay, one more.
I want guesses. I want you guys to be like chicken heads.
Yeah.
With the shaggy Justin Bieber hair right there.
Oh, dude.
Oh.
Dude.
I was gonna say you should give him that.
Yeah. No. So I guess
We made it too
we're gonna go
hard.
do this the old-fashioned way then. All right. So the actual code name for
It's the old-fashioned
I like
way.
that. Let me excuse me while I whip out the old-fashioned way.
I was like, what are you doing?
You have to Wikipedia the answer to your own trivia question.
Yeah, I don't know what it is either. So wait a second. No. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's
I'm gonna guess Cliffy's Lament.
no. It's nice, good though.
Yeah,
That's where I got Lambent from. Was Cliffy's Lament. It's actually Warfare. Unreal Warfare was the original code name for Gears
Sweet.
of War.
It was originally going to be a game in the Unreal Universe that was very much like Enemy Territory, the Quake Wars game that came out, where it's large-scale terrain and vehicles and two sides that were asymmetrical. And then we saw the Unreal Engine 3 graphics demo, and we're like, we need to do a single player and keep this really intimate and keep it, smaller scale. And that's kind of how that came about.
All right. So I have the app that allows me to pick a random number. So you'll be my judge to see that. I'll let you push that little button, and the number. This will be the seat of the person who gets the Xbox. Yeah. Okay. Who is at seat 75? There you go. You just got an Xbox.
Oh,
You just got an Xbox, my friend.
Nice. And with that, we also have up here the triple pack, which is Gears 1, Gears 2, and the All Fronts downloadable DLC, so that'll be with your Xbox as well.
Yeah.
Nice. Do you need me to give? Oh, you can just give them that now. Okay. I guess we're getting a little short on time. It's like we got like what, 10 minutes?
Yeah, 10 minutes left.
Yeah, they have other things. This is a busy place.
I just want us to hang out.
Well, we're gonna we're gonna go do a
Right?
signing. So
Good. Then we will hang out.
Yeah, exactly. So should I give away more stuff? You want me
Yeah,
to
let's give away to at least 2 more Xboxes.
2 more
At least 2 more.
Xboxes.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Okay, so if you've watched any of the videos, I'll try another trivia, and if it doesn't work, I'll go number again. So Cliff said he saw a demo of a game that helped convince what the actual gameplay was. You just didn't say that during your last little thing, did you? You didn't name the game that you...
I don't think so.
Okay, so Lee Perry, one of the senior game to play designer, brought a game to Cliff and said, this is really cool, check it out. What was the name of the game? I'm going to let you pick with a hands, because I'm not going to show any favoritisms. Because since it's your Xbox you're giving away, you pick who you want to give a chance to answer first.
Wait, me? You
Is
want
it
me
his
to-
old Xbox that
No,
he's giving
all
away?
right.
Oh, yeah, do it.
I don't know.
He seems like a ringer, doesn't he?
He does. That's like, yeah, I thought he was with you guys. I got to be honest.
Yeah, right. So
We're just going. I'm just going to go in a row from where we are over here. Then.
Okay, the question is, basically there was a game that inspired the gameplay for Gears of War. What was it?
Outside of Resident Evil 4.
Not Resident Evil.
Oh yeah, you know what? This guy right here's got one of the new limited edition exclusive Xbox Nerd Machine shirts. So we're going to go with him first. What's your
Okay.
answer?
Kill Switch.
Kill Switch is right.
There you go.
Nice. My man right here gets. Actually, you know what? We're actually going to give him a 4 gigabyte Xbox Connect bundle.
An Xbox
And a
Connect bundle.
Bundle and triple pack.
Nice. Look at you taking it up a
Come on,
notch.
nerd.
Check it out.
Okay, I guess let's go. Are we going? What do you want to do? Trivia or number? Let's go number, right?
Let's go number because then everybody can't blame me for not getting.
I
picked.
know exactly. I was feeling.
Just
the
thinking how
pressure.
awkward it
Go
would've
ahead,
been if you
push
said
it, push it,
Killzone.
Push it. Okay, the number is 27. Do we have a number
27.
Check your seat. Check your seat back. If you're not sitting
Yeah,
there.
that side over there, I think.
There we go.
We have a winner.
Number 27.
27. Nice.
Any more? Any more?
Hey guys, if you if you win the Xbox Connect bundle or the Xbox Connect, just come and see me right after. I'll take all your information and we'll ship it to you right after the event. All right?
Excellent.
So that you don't get mugged in the street.
Yeah,
we didn't figure-
walking around.
We know you guys' bags are big enough
By
anyway.
Reese
So.
Evans.
Get a pencil in the eyeball.
Too
It's
soon?
not a
Too
con when
soon?
somebody gets stabbed with a pencil, really, I'm happy to do it.
Nice. All right, should we take more questions?
You can take a couple more questions and we can just get ready for the signing. That'd be great.
Okay, so go ahead. I'll go. The last one will be over here, so be prepared.
In terms of like DLC, like how does the planning go about that after the game ships?
How does the planning for DLC go?
Like whether it be campaign or multiplayer maps.
Quickly.
Yeah, just looking at we're not announcing anything. Which is something obviously you want to do to extend the life of the game and to give more value to the people who spent the $60. So it's just looking at what people consume fastest and what they want to play next. Over here, go with you in the white shirt. Oh, it took you long enough. What is that, like 12 months to ask a question? You know, there's Twitter and shit now, right? You can do this stuff really fast.
I submitted this on MySpace a while back, and my question
Wow,
was...
what's a while ago? That was a while ago.
Sorry, when
What's
was that?
MySpace?
It was a while
Did you
ago.
ride to MySpace in your wagon? I churned butter, then I updated my profile.
Well, my question was, with all the merchandise coming out, I was wondering if there was going to be like an authentic jersey for Coltrane, like a football-style jersey.
There had been discussions that had been lobbied and volleyed around that I actually don't know where they went, Mr. Ferguson.
Oh, I think they're still possible. I mean, the thing with licensing for us is some of it is a little bit of about a work of passion, but a lot of it has to do with people coming to us and saying we have a buyer for it. Like, we don't make shit that nobody wants to buy.
Yeah, somebody tweeted the other day and said they wanted like a polo shirt. Like it'd be cool to have just like instead of the little stupid little
That was
alligator,
you,
have like a
dude.
little.
That
No,
was
somebody
you.
tweeted me and asked me.
I was going, I'm like, who sent the
I
mail?
realized
They
like
want a
if
polo
there's
shirt?
any,
Oh, wait, that was Cliff.
if there's any things I want now, I can be like somebody asked for it on Twitter. I want Speedos with a Lancer on them. But like a polo shirt could be cool, but that's again hearing it from you guys, and if people are excited about it, that's we talk to our partners, and that's often how it winds up happening. So.
I want to sell dumb beards.
Power of the
Halloween.
beard.
Fear the beard.
Nice. Sorry, over that pink
Let's
shirt.
do like one more, guys.
Yeah, because you're rocking the pink shirt. I got to go with that.
Very nice.
Nice. It's lightish red.
Lightish
Nice.
red.
Nice.
The accent on light. Go ahead.
With the Gears console and the Retro Lancer bundle, I was wondering if there's any specific reason why you didn't have like a larger bundle with it all together. Because I'm already getting all of that and having my friends buy it from all the different retailers, so I can get everything. Because I'm kind of an OCD person for that.
Well,
so.
you can blame that's Guy Welch, Guy 2000, Guy Welch 2000, who is our marketer, and he kind of determines that. And I think we got to the point where we figured we had enough stuff in one box that if it got any bigger and more expensive, people would start selling their semen. So we decided not to go that far, so we sort of kind of broke it up into chunks. But that's basically there's a threshold that the stores want. It gets like you don't want to sell a $600 thing or whatever, right? So. I think we're out of time.
We're out of time.
Yeah, you know what we're going to do, guys, real quick? Aisha, pick a number between like 1 and 125.
You know, if only there was an app for that.
Should I go? Is it? I'll go touch. I'll go.
I would've
touch-
said
I'll go
69.
touch the screen.
Yeah, come over here, please,
Come
Aisha.
over and touch the screen.
We're going to give away. We're going to give
What's
away
the button?
like
Where's it?
That little
This
circle.
one? All right, here we go.
this many.
What do you got?
Thanks,
I got
man.
it.
It's the best
Alright.
part of my panel. Right
So
on.
should I say it out loud or should I keep it to
Just
myself?
say it out loud.
10.
10. Who's number 10? Here you go. Triple pack.
Rock and roll.
Nice.
Very exciting.
So we're good.
Let's let's good. We're good. What we'll do, guys, is we'll get these guys up. We'll get them ready to go do the signing in the next room. You guys will give them about 5 minutes to get ready, and then we'll move everybody over. Does that sound good? Guys, let's give it up.
Thanks, you
for
guys. You guys are the best fans.
thank
in
you.
the
Thank
video
you for all
game
your support.
industry.
Appreciate it very much.
Means a lot to me.
And guys, if you guys just stand up for 2 minutes and just take a couple photos for everybody, they love that. Just right here.
Could not hear a word.
You guys are gonna stand right here, take some photos. If you guys want to take some photos of these guys, while
I'll
they're
stand
here.
there with the mics up in her face like that. It'll be funny.
You've got the dumb beard. That's awesome.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm going to give my really high-tech equipment here to somebody in the front row to take some pictures. Can I get you to go down there and take a couple pictures with my camera? Thank you. Okay, good. Well, he was just asking if we could announce that right now.
Here's what I need. Here's what I need. Yes.
Well, I can do it.
I need I need one person to talk to me. One person. I don't want to see six more. I don't want to see 6 more volunteers. No. Guys, stay seated. Yes, I had like 4 people in a row.
Come up to you?
Yeah.
It's still happening. That won't happen. It's still happening.
I'm done with that. Thanks, guys. Give it up one more time. And I'm sorry I'm not Zach. Guys, I'm going to make a little announcement for you guys when you go to the signing room. It's 1 item per person, okay? They can sign 1 thing each, but